I didn't see the challenge. Enjoy the game, man. Enjoy the game. So Scandinavian. Either 3 is not the most common. The sound is off. Okay, cool. Yeah, Rookie 1 was brilliant. Yeah. You gotta give him that. It was a brilliant move. Let's try to put some pressure here. 95, bishop f4. Just gain a big space advantage and take it from there. I mean, his queen is quite a nice target on d6. Maybe I shouldn't focus on the queen too much. But yeah, as I said, it's quite a nice target. I can even go f4 if I like. Let's not go too crazy. Well, maybe it's nice. Nah. Yeah, I'm not super happy. I mean, my position is fine, but maybe I could have had some more out of this. Just a little bit more, maybe. But still, it's quite good. Okay, let's just go crazy. I'm not sure if this is the best move. But his king in the center, maybe he's gonna castle queenside now. But it doesn't put his king in a safe place necessarily, so it might be the only move though. Or take once and then castle queenside. His king is somewhat cut off by the bishop though, so that's why I want to try and play this. But I think it's bad for me, to be honest. It's a nice checkmate trick, but not working with this bishop a6. Yeah, this looks terrible. What did I do? What did I do? Yeah, it made zero sense. Just was just crap. G5, bishop g4. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't see that idea. I went a bit too far here. The opening. Trying some stuff is nice, but this was a little too much. That's okay. You try something and can't always win. Just trying to weaken this a pawn, put it under pressure. Let's see where you can maybe win that pawn somehow. Put it here. So after a6, I have b5. Still targeting this bishop if we exchange all the pieces. Not sure if that's gonna make a real difference, but don't see any harm in rook a4. It looks a bit passive though, but that's everything. I take. He had this bishop takes f2, winning my rook on a4, so that's why I play this move. At least takes comes with check. I'm down just a pawn. I realize my position is bad, but it's still just a pawn. Could have been worse. Why did I play this move? Probably to go c5. Try to win this pawn. Mission accomplished. And snag some more pawns. Okay, now this is getting interesting. Yeah, that was weird. It was a weird game. He just blundered in the end game there. Well, let's return the favor. Let's return the Scandinavian favor. I just played slightly different though. I like this gambit more in Blitz. Hello, Pukru. Pukru, I put him on the hosting list, but I'm not sure if it worked. Did you notice anything about it? Now I see you here anyway in chat. Because I have some issue with this hosting stuff. Yeah, all the cheapos. Now if he goes back, I will go back as well, take on d4, and that's gonna be checkmate. Ouch, this is a terrible game. Oh, you haven't checked. Ah, okay. Poor FlySooHigh. I feel bad. He helped me. He helped me out so good with all the tactics. Yeah, I can't really, can't really say well played, even though he, yeah, whatever. Sicilian. At least he's gonna mix up his openings. That's quite nice. I like that. The dragon. Okay, that's always interesting stuff. I think he has some sideline somewhere because that makes sense. Nope, he just goes for the main line. Queen 1 is an interesting move. It's relatively unknown, but it's quite nice. Should take with a knight probably. This is a bit tricky, but playable. I'm not sure if he knows the theory here. If he does, then it should be slightly better, but can't really say I'm up to date, and in Blitz a mistake is easily made, so. If he goes bishop e6, which is the most normal move, I go bishop g5, pinning the knight and increasing pressure on d5. And that is just quite difficult for black. And you should be careful that we don't exchange all the pieces and he's left with no more play against my king, which is one of his, it's one of the key things in the dragon. You wanna, with black, you wanna increase the pressure on the white king with the open files, open diagonals. Still gonna play this move. I think. No, I'm not sure anymore. Did I blunder? I hope not. Take here. So normally you don't give up the bishop like that, but I'm gonna win this bishop as well. At least that's the whole point. So I hope that's also what's gonna happen. Else this is a bit disappointing. I think I messed up a few lines here. Because he also has bishop g5 check. That's not supposed to not supposed to happen. Oh well. I can block the dark squares though. I mean, you can block the pawns on the light squares, so the pawns are on dark squares. But it doesn't feel like the way to play it for white. Because as I mentioned, you normally don't want to give up your dark square bishop like that. Yeah, this feels terrible for white. Weakening my king like that. This feels terrible. Yeah, thanks. It's a quite known opening trick, or at least for the black players. You're gonna go bishop d7 just to win that pawn. Missed that idea. It looks quite strong. Hmm. Me no like. Let's just try to confuse him. Maybe threaten some checkmate. That's gonna be very difficult. Hmm. Nah. Okay, just try to hold on to this position. No matter how ugly it is, I'll try and fight to keep my position together. But wow, it's ugly. Hmm. You can take this pawn now. 2 pawns down. Third one on the way. But I have a pass pawn I can start running. I mean, he doesn't have so many pawns are useless. You can just run with one at a time. So this endgame may not be that bad for me, to be honest. It's bad, but maybe not that bad. It's gonna go queen e3 probably. No. Now his king is outside the square of the pawn, so that gives me chances. Ah, pinning. Clever. What's this all about, man? This is crazy stuff, man. This is crazy stuff. Close. Well, hmm. He's still mixing up the openings. Hey, HD. And Spiriki, good to see you guys. This is a free program. Yeah, this is leadchess.org. You can just, it's just a website you can use. Ingrid Kosek, thanks, man. I'm doing fine, thanks. Playing an interesting game against FlySooHigh. interesting match where I've been a bit lucky most of the games. Gene versus Iron match, we're setting this one up, so nothing happened there yet. We're working on it. You gotta keep in mind it's the chess summer is starting here as well, so busy days. Put my bishop on h7 where it's gonna be safe, and this knight is normally jumping all the way to a4. At least that's an option. Let's just go for it anyway. System maneuver is quite nice because the b2 pawn is pretty tough for him to defend because I'm covering these corners with my bishop. The thing though is once I capture the pawn, I have to be careful about some rook maneuvers on the weakened b file. But I hope he's going to take on a4 because that will give me a super strong bishop. But I think he goes bishop c2. Then if I take, he takes. Well, he could have played bishop c2, I think, because I mentioned this b file idea. Once he exchanges the bishop, that becomes possible. So he's going to push e4. I think I should just let him. Or I can play f5. I'll just play here. I should be careful not that my d5 pawn doesn't get too weak. If I take, and you can bring a knight to e3, then my d5 pawn is sometimes quite annoying to defend. What is he gonna do? What am I gonna do? In case he wants to expand big time, just playing g5. I don't really have a plan, I must admit. I want to bring my rook to the b file, but I think if he just protects the pawn, which is possible now quite easily, then I don't have anything special, so let's not do that. Let's try to create some space on the king side to put my rooks in the h file. I think that's a better plan. The b file is tempting, but I think it's too slow and my rook is so badly positioned. Okay, now at least my rook is positioned quite good. Doesn't mean I have a plan, but you gotta start somewhere. Also, he really doesn't have a plan, I think, so. Well, this looks quite good for him. Don't like playing this move, but I think I have to. How do I get my rook out? How do I do anything? Yeah, this is well played by him. Really well played by him. I think just resign, basically because I'm too slow. It was pretty close to getting checkmated, but never close enough. I thought I had control over the game, but I lost it. Lost control there. Okay, so let's try this one again. Oops, should take first. Okay. What to play? What to play? What to play? I should have looked this one up. I might do this after this game. Because I know this is good for black, good for white. I don't know why. Um, this is bad, guys. This is bad. It takes too long. Why can't I remember what I'm supposed to play here? I have to move the bishop. Maybe it was this after all. I can't see anything else. It's a bit awkward though. Let me let me at least check this for the next game. Just to be sure. I'll do it after the game, obviously. Try the same setup. Probably running into a whole lot of tactics. I'm not careful. Yeah, I'm losing the game on time, and I played the same thing as I played the first time. So it was quite useless. Which is an obvious sign I should check this one. Maybe I'll put my bishop here. And the queen e1 line is quite interesting, so I can. It's funny stuff because so many people are not aware of this opening line. I want to go b3. So ugly. I don't want to go b3. I think I have to go b3. That was what I was trying to say there. Oh, is that a clever move? Oh no, don't do that to me. Not sure if something like this is coming up. Maybe here. Yeah, this one is threatening at the moment. Hope he doesn't see it. I think it's a threat though. You go queen c6 probably. b6, also fine. Not sure why I played a4. It's quite weak. I just started running with my king. Get it to a safe place. Don't trust the queen side anymore. Let's go to the king side. Could have taken that pawn. Oh well. So made it to the king side. I'm gonna go g4. He should at some point play g4. Yeah. It was the most terrible move to play for me. Game over. Okay, let me check what I'm supposed to play in that line, guys, real quick. Real quick. Because I get really annoyed when I forget these lines. So unnecessary as well. Except rematch in the meantime. Oh. Oops, what did I do there? Right. I know what I did wrong, guys. I know what I did wrong. Yeah, I went wrong earlier there, Beep, so gotta sort it out. More spectators than viewers. That's nice, right? Yeah, I find quite many people spectate on Lichess. I think this is quite a high amount for a game between just two players. I think I'm supposed to take. No, c takes d5 isn't mainline. You're right about that. Yeah, you're right. You mute the stream, yeah. Oh, they're more than welcome to join the stream, of course. Can't force them to. Let's play a6 because I kind of want to stop Peter from going to b5 and maybe go b5, king b7 myself. Playing is a bit messy though. Oh, it might not be that bad. We'll see. I mean, he has his isolated pawn, which is somewhat annoying, I presume. I don't want to allow bishop c4, that's why I played b5. And nice Arcostella. Now you shouldn't have played bishop c4, that's where I went wrong, guys. I should have played bishop g5 then. That's the whole key. Just a little inside information there. Don't tell him though. I'll get the bishop, that's fine. I don't really want him to open up the diagonal and then crush me, so supposed to take here now, I think. Maybe I want to take with the pawn. Looks a bit silly. I can pressure the backward pawn. If I take with the rook, I give him the d5 square for pieces. Let's just take with the pawn. It's a weird decision maybe, but I want to go for it. I could have also taken bishop. No, I couldn't. Never mind about that. So I'm hoping I'm keeping his pieces out at the moment. These guys are doing quite a good job covering all these squares. Knight is protecting here. Bishop's quite useless, even though it looks nice on e5, it's quite useless. So is the knight. At least that's what I'm hoping. To make a choice now. Let's go back to b6. That's a good move. Arcosteta, thanks man. Thanks for the tip there. Appreciate it. I'm looking at a5. Ah, what the heck. Looks like the right move to me. The knight on b5 is not that terrifying as long as my bishop is on b6. I am dropping a pawn though. Which is something I just realized. Oh no, allowing h4. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not the underworld though, but things are getting a bit messy. It's not so weird, judging by the time on the clock. Oh, tricks. Trickerinos. Not working. Look nice. No! Also not working. I hate it when these interesting games turn into some messy crap in time trouble. Hey, piece of shit. Okay, let's bring it on. Same opening. Here we go. I'm ready. This is why I think it's pretty good to analyze your blitz games as well. Just for opening purposes. There we go. Bishop g5 is the move we're supposed to play. Yeah, 3+2 is also playable. 3+0 is also fine, of course. Why not? Yeah, now bishop c4. Now we move ordered him into the same stuff we could have had from the other line, but that's why I was confused myself. Yeah, so the interesting part is you're not supposed to win the pawn, which I could have done in several ways, but you're supposed to play it like this, so you can get exert some pressure on his king, and if I'm correct, he doesn't have many threats against my king. But I hope I played it right and didn't make a mistake. Deep is probably the way to win a pawn, but I think the engine says there's a way where you don't win a pawn, which is better for white. I think this is it. Hey ape. Have to be careful though if he decides to attack this b pawn, like rook b8 and queen b6. You should find a way to defend. Maybe did rook d2 knight d1. It's a bit shaky. I think this one's still hanging with checks, so I have to play it like this. Queen b6, I can just I can't take on e5 because f6. Whoops. That means I already messed up a little bit here. Question mark. Well, maybe it's not too bad. I can just go b3 maybe. That's not what I had planned. Oh, okay, maybe you're right. Then I'm probably confused there. Well, exchanging these guys is quite favorable for me. Because I think the knight and the queen are a much, much better combination in the endgame than... Oh, queen d4. No! Okay. That was quite terrifying, because if he exchanges queens, then suddenly the bishop is better, I think. Queen and knight can be a very good team. Just gotta coordinate them. Now my extra pawn is city, so I misplayed this badly. Good thing is I have much, much more time. Yeah, so I want to go g5. I think I should go h5. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Let me play f4. Maybe a bit too early to open up the position. I need to create some space for my knight, I think. Maybe put my king on a2. I'm just helping him to create a pass pawn. What am I doing? Could have taken the pawn here. Right, there we go. Mm, let's go c5, even though I hardly know anything. Most of the lines. I think this is what you're supposed to play. But I'm not sure about anything that happens here. Not sure about anything. He plays so fast. Is he still familiar with theory here? Might be. I think my position should be fine by now. I mean, just playing healthy moves, fixing my pawn structure. I have to pair bishops. Probably not for long, but I still have it. Knight g3, mysterious little move, because what's he gonna do with that move? No. Get my bishop here. And play some queen d7 as well. Bring the rook. Oh, this looks very healthy for black. But now if he doubles rooks, he comes to e7. Right. I play queen d5 as an intermediate move, but I think I don't want to. I want to cover the e8 square for now, then go queen d7. Then I get all the squares covered. Big question is how to continue from this point on. Not really sure. Not really sure. Position is pretty close. What am I trying to do, guys? I have no idea. I guess I want to exchange the rooks. I'm taking some risks now. I can't play rook e7. I'm just messing up here. I should have just done nothing. That would have been better than what I'm doing now. Because right now I'm just allowing rook d6. Game over. Yeah. I played it terrible. I wanted too much there. Just wanted a bit too much there. Yeah, not f5 anything. Just anything is winning. Also that. Yeah, that's a nice way. Why didn't I just sit back and do nothing? I wanted to keep the tension and do too much there. It was not so clever. Just don't want bishop g4 to happen. Wow, e5. Let's try to get a bit creative with a4 and a5. Even though I'm just... What am I doing? This is so random. I haven't really improved my position. I've just made it worse, a lot worse. It's just terrible. This is a terrible position. Oh boy. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Well, maybe I can get some compensation over the dark squares, but just maybe. Because things aren't looking too pretty for the moment. Give a check, exchange queens. I'm gonna exchange the queens on my... Oh, he's not exchanging queens. Well, this is obviously much better. It's time to put this bishop on the long diagonal. Maybe play rook c1, get rid of this knight, and then checkmate. It is quite easy, but I'm not sure I can make it work. Okay, annoying. Oh, just losing a piece on e2, yeah? Yeah. Oh, that was a terrible game. Hey, 3 up panda. And knight e2. Geez, how does this go again? I think c6 is okay. Then b5. Pretty much forcing him to go b4, and then I want to jump my knight to the weak square c4. That is quite a normal plan here. If I can just play b4, that's even better. Hmm. Something's a bit weird. I can't really... Can't really go knight d7 because of g5. I want to get rid of the pressure on this pin. Let's do it like this. Not the prettiest way to do it. I'll just go for it. Okay, let's take that pawn. Now I should try and somehow pressure his pawns, which are quite far advanced, but I'm not yet sure how to do so in the most convenient way. I want to go c5 and then knight d7 e5 if he decides to push the pawn. If he doesn't push the pawn, I can target this e4. Like this, for example. Let's take these pawns off the board. Don't think I need them. I'm lacking space, but the whole idea is to try and weaken his pawn structure and eventually win a pawn while not getting checkmated. I think that's what I should focus on for now. Knight h5. Guess I'll take that one off the board. Hmm. Not sure what I'm doing. Leaving this pawn alone. That's not right. C4. This is a random move, by the way. I just couldn't find a decent move. I think I should go here. Put it on d7. We went out to e6. Let's not get tricked with some knight f6 stuff. I don't think that's the case. Now I can go g6. Oh. Close games the entire time. Let's go for a different line here. The previous one didn't really work out the way I wanted. I think there's a line where you can go g4 and h4 here. It's a bit weird, but I checked it like years back. It's quite interesting. It shouldn't be working. It's up to him to show me why this isn't possible. Just trying to weaken his position. I'm pushing this a bit too far, maybe. Whatever. We'll give it a go. So I guess it's quite obvious we're not going to castle kingside anymore. And I think it's also obvious this is not the best line for white to play. But yeah. You gotta try sometimes, see what happens. And we have an answer here, this is what happens, and it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. So he's probably gonna cost the queen's head as well. c6. He's gonna set up for castling queenside. That's quite obvious now. I don't think I can stop it in any way. I can try to at least confuse him and complicate things a bit, but I don't really see how. I can go for this one, bishop f4. Queen c7, bishop f4, bishop d6. I can take, queen takes, and go c5 to take two pieces. It's a plan. At least topping his idea. That is for now quite relevant, I think. This castle. Not that my king is very safe here. Should be careful not to get checkmated in some funny way. Because this diagonal and, you know, just to check. There's some checkmate patterns here. It's just tricky. Gotta keep an eye on it. Don't think it's happening though. He's just gonna castle queenside anyway. Okay, slowly getting some compensation here. Just slowly. Well, this tree looks quite good. I missed that move. Okay, let's build the pressure on b7. Thing is that the bishop f4, he has bishop g5. Really annoying. Let's play this move first. Oh, he saw this move coming. Jeez. I have only 6 seconds. Great. Not sure what I'm doing. I guess we're just gonna try and win this one on time. That's the ugly match it is at the moment. Ah! I was pretty close there. Didn't really deserve to win that one on time, but it was pretty close. Ah. Uh, yes, Scandinavian is the key ingredient of today's match, it seems. Why did they allow this move? Daly is replacing Svidler? Bit of an ugly way to defend the knight my rook, but I obviously don't want my pawn structure to get damaged. Let's just go for this one. And I'm gonna play e5 to get my knights out. My knights are pretty. I mean, you normally don't want to open up the position against a pair of bishops, but in this case, I think it's possible because the knights are quite strong at the moment. Hmm. Don't really like. Oops, don't really like giving him these squares for the knight, but I also want to go f5 and play bishop g7 to gain some space. But I'm lacking some good squares for my rook. This one is a silly thing anyway the entire game. No music today. Well, I have some issues. I have a new laptop and some new settings, therefore. And I haven't really figured out how to use my earbuds, these guys, without my microphone not working anymore. It's a bit weird. So and listening to music without my earbuds is a bit weird because it starts echoing. So I have to figure that one out, especially with some technical stuff. f5 is next. I think I have to cover this square first. Oh, knight c5. Am I losing material here? Sure looks like it. Yeah. I can take. Takes here. Quite bad. Not taking is also quite bad. But yeah. Just drop the pawn. I mean, the quality of play is getting terrible the last few games. Particularly on my side. Yeah, this is just cheap. I don't even have an idea. It's just yeah, just cheap. The idea was actually to take there, but it's not possible anymore. Terrible game. Pretty terrible game. And then it all comes down to time trouble again. Well, this is some chance for me to not create anything. Crap. I didn't see this option for him. Totally missed it. Two knights. It's always interesting. Yeah, no time. Okay, I have to play my final game now. I have to wrap it up after this one. Let's play this the normal way now. You know, I have to admit, I'm not aware with the theory in this line anymore. There is some crazy stuff with e5, like bishop f6, e5. But I can't remember the details. I think I'm supposed to go here. That's just a guess. Because I think if he takes, I can probably take back, bishop takes, and go to a1, and rook d1 at some point. Alright. Let's defend the d5, the d4 pawn and support d5. It's not, still not that bad, it looks quite nice. Obviously not gonna give him the d5 square. I'm giving him something else though. Okay, whatever. I'll go for this one. Looks ugly if he takes here and takes here. You have the double pawn, but I think with c5 it can create some initiative. I'll just go for that one, even though I just noticed it's pretty bad, but we'll see. Ah, queen g5. Didn't see that one. Right, I'll take here. I'll go back. He doesn't get 2 pawns though. Hopefully I can get my pawn majority on the queen side running. Oh, it's pinned. Slightly annoying. So this knight is a bit awkward. It has to go to c8, I think. e8 is even worse. And this pawn is hanging, so should be careful. Knight e7 and get rook d7 makes sense. Or just push the pawn with b5. It's actually not that bad. He's quite passive. These 2 extra pawns are hardly noticeable. This one is annoying though. Let's chase the queen to some unfavorable square. Knight f5 is still coming. Okay, whatever. I'll just allow knight f5. Taking on c7 does give him back the d file, so I'm not too sure about it. Is that possible? Wow, it is. Okay, let's create a pass pawn then. Let's not be super greedy and just want to win the c6 pawn. This is fine. How to protect this guy. This is a bit scary. Oh, I played a move and I realized why it's bad. Oh. Too slow. Yeah, just dropping material all over the place. Well played. I sorry for the last games, guys. That was just terrible chess. He clearly deserved to win this one. He's a much better player. Yeah, I was very lucky in a few games, so he basically outplayed me most of the games. So congrats on that one. One nice games. Hopefully we can play some more later on in the future. Would be nice. And for me, this is gonna be the end of the stream as well because we have the Norway chess starting in 10 minutes. I think Spuriki posted the link in the chat already where you can watch the stream. So yeah, tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow again with streaming. So thank you guys for the for staying here and watching. Thanks for the donations, Arcostetta and Goon Recruiter for the cheer. The 1 bit. It's also appreciated, of course. And yeah, if you like what you saw, just drop a follow or check my YouTube. And hopefully see you guys again tomorrow. And if you have any recommendations or things since I have my new laptop that could be better, just let me know and I can work on it. So thank you guys for watching and hopefully see you all later. Cheers.